36 laps. That is how long the FIA ignored a direct safety warning from a driver, right up until the moment two cars ended up in the wall at the exact same corner. Welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about the biggest controversy from the 2026 Monaco Grand Prix. It is not the penalties, it is not the overtakes, and it is not the championship standings. It is the track itself. During the race, the asphalt at the final corner literally started breaking apart. Sergio Perez saw it happening. He warned the FIA on the radio. He told them exactly where it was. And for 36 laps, nothing happened. Then Lance Stroll crashed. Then Charles Leclerc crashed. And suddenly, we had a red flag. Today, we're going to break down exactly why the track fell apart, what Perez said on the radio, the retweet that he quickly deleted, and why the FIA's handling of this situation has left a lot of people in the paddock very angry. Let's get into it. To understand what happened, we have to look at turn 19. It's the final corner before the pit straight, named after the man who originally proposed the idea of a Grand Prix in the streets of Monte Carlo back in the 1920s. It is a tight, unforgiving right-hander where drivers have to perfectly balance their braking and throttle application to get a clean exit onto the main straight. Just before the race weekend, a very small section of the track on the entry to this corner was resurfaced. We are talking about a patch of asphalt that was maybe 4x20 meters in size and only a month or two old. The problem with patching a street circuit like Monaco is that the new asphalt has to bond perfectly with the old asphalt around it. If it does not, the seam between the two surfaces becomes a weak point. Street circuits are not like purpose-built racetracks. They are public roads subject to normal traffic, weather changes, and different construction standards. When you lay down a fresh patch of tarmac right next to an older section, they expand and contract at different rates. And when you have 20 Formula One cars generating massive amounts of downforce and heat, driving over that exact seam lap after lap, it is only a matter of time before it gives way. The modern Formula One car is essentially an upside-down airplane. The suction created by the floor of the car is so immense that it literally tries to pull the road surface up as the car drives over it. If there is any weakness in the asphalt, the cars will find it and rip it apart. And that is exactly what happened. The new patch of asphalt started to break up. Small chunks of tarmac were coming loose and sitting right on the racing line. The first driver to really notice how bad it was getting was Sergio Perez. On lap 26, Perez got on the radio to his Cadillac team and said, "There's something on the track at the last corner. You need to clean it." He did not just say it once. He repeated the warning. Perez is one of the most experienced drivers on the grid, especially on street circuits. He knows what a degrading track surface looks like, and he knew that if a car hit those loose pieces of asphalt at the wrong angle, they would lose all grip. In a corner like Anthony Noguez, where the barriers are just inches away from the racing line, losing grip means an instant crash. But the race continued. Lap 30, lap 40, lap 50. The FIA did not throw a yellow flag. They did not send marshals out to sweep the corner. They just let them keep racing. This is where the frustration really starts to build. Race control has access to hundreds of camera angles, onboard feeds, and direct communication with every team. When a driver reports a safety hazard, especially one related to the track surface breaking up, the standard protocol is to investigate it immediately. But for whatever reason, the warnings from the Cadillac driver were seemingly ignored. Then came lap 60. Lance Stroll, running in 16th place, came through turn 19, lost the rear of his Aston Martin, and went straight into the barrier. Now, you would think that a crash at the exact corner where a driver had been warning about broken asphalt would trigger a massive response, but it did not. The FIA deployed the safety car to clear Stroll's car, but they did not red flag the race to inspect the track. They treated it like a normal racing incident. The race restarted on lap 62, and almost immediately Charles Leclerc came through. Turn 19, lost control of his Ferrari, and hit the wall in the exact same spot. Two crashes, same corner, same broken asphalt. Finally, the FIA threw the red flag. Race director Rui Marquez actually walked down to turn 19 himself to inspect the track. The marshals brought out the brooms, swept away the broken chunks of tarmac, and the race was eventually restarted. But the damage was already done and the frustration was boiling over. After the race, a video started circulating on social media. It was a reel that showed Perez's radio message from lap 26, followed by Stroll's crash on lap 60. The text on the video read, Perez warned the FIA 30 minutes earlier. It was a damning piece of evidence that perfectly highlighted the delay in response from race control. And here's where it gets interesting. Sergio Perez actually retweeted that video on his own account. He shared it with his millions of followers, essentially calling out the FIA for ignoring his warning. For a current Formula One driver to publicly endorse a video criticizing the governing body's handling of a safety issue is a massive statement. It shows just how frustrated the drivers are with the current state of race management. But within a few hours, the retweet was gone. Perez deleted it. We do not know if Cadillac told him to take it down to avoid a political battle, or if the FIA had a quiet word with him and reminded him of the sporting regulations regarding public criticism of officials. Now, the craziest part of this whole story is what the drivers who actually crashed had to say about it. You would expect Stroll and Leclerc to be furious about the track surface, but neither of them blamed the asphalt. Stroll blamed an issue with his engine braking and was absolutely furious, but not at the track. On the radio immediately after his crash, Leclerc shouted, "Honestly, I'm not even going to take the blame. These brakes." Leclerc blamed his Ferrari's brakes for the crash, and that actually caused a whole separate drama because Brembo, the company that supplies the brakes, reportedly heard that radio message and were astonished and not happy with the accusation. But regardless of what Stroll and Leclerc felt in the car, the fact remains the track was broken, the grip was compromised, and the FIA knew about it for 36 laps before they did anything to fix it. Even if the drivers believed their crashes were caused by mechanical issues, driving over a broken, debris-covered section of asphalt certainly did not help their chances of keeping the cars out of the barriers. Carlos Sainz, who had his own drama at the restart when he was hit by Nico Hülkenberg, summed up the feeling of a lot of drivers when he called the situation borderline unacceptable. Sainz is not a driver who usually complains without reason. For him to use that kind of language shows just how seriously the drivers viewed the track degradation. Monaco is already the most dangerous, unforgiving track on the calendar. The margins for error are zero. There are no runoff areas, no gravel traps, just solid metal barriers waiting to punish the slightest mistake. When a driver tells race control that the track surface is breaking apart, that is not a complaint about tire wear or a minor inconvenience. That is a critical safety hazard that needs immediate attention. The fact that it took 2 crashes for the FIA to finally stop the race and sweep the corner is a terrible look for the sport. It makes it look like they were hoping to just get to the end of the race without having to deal with the embarrassment of a broken track in the most glamorous location in the world. Monaco prides itself on being the crown jewel of Formula One, a race where everything is supposed to be perfect. A crumbling track surface does not fit that image. But Formula One cars do not care about glamour. They care about physics. And when the physics of the track surface fail, the cars end up in the wall. The FIA has a responsibility to ensure the safety of the drivers above all else, even if it means throwing a red flag and delaying the show. In this case, it seems like the show took priority over the warnings, and it cost 2 teams heavily in crash damage. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should the FIA have red flagged the race as soon as Perez reported the broken asphalt? And why do you think Perez deleted that retweet? I read as many comments as I can, so let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We cover all the biggest stories in Formula One every single week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.